Today I'm going to talk to you about the equipment needed for landscape photography. A lot of people ask me, and so I thought I'd do a quick video and some of the important equipment. Chase Jarvis once said, the best camera is the one in your hand, and it's true. People ask me about cameras all the time. I shoot a lot with my cell phone, usually when I first get somewhere, and I take a shot and I post on social media. But don't be discouraged if that's all you carry. Everybody carries it. Use it. I would suggest a DSLR. This is a Canon T3i. It's a crop sensor with a 1.6 crop factor. It's sufficient if you really want a big blow-ups or high dynamic range or things and get a full frame. I'll go into more detail on cameras another time, but so that's cameras. Lenses, you want a wide angle lens. This is a Canon 18 to 135. Because of the crop, my wide is 28.8 or 29 millimeter. It's not really that wide, but I've never really had anything wider than a 28 in all these years, and I make it work. I also shoot a lot of panoramas, so the 29 millimeter doesn't really hurt. Something nice would be a 14. That's a pretty good 14 to 18 range. You'll notice I have on the front, I have a big ring. That ring is for a filter system. Something that I really suggest is a neutral density filter kit. This is a high-tech Formatt-Hitech. It's got this holder, goes over the ring like this, and then I got 3 slots where I can put filters. This is a 3-stop neutral density filter. You can see where it really cuts out a lot. It cuts out 3 stops of light. I just slide this in the holder, and that affects the entire image. I also have a set of graduated filters. This is a soft edge. This is a 4-stop, and you can see it's dark at the top, light at the bottom, and it starts to get a little lighter as you go down. That's good for when you have a sunrise, sunset. You have a lot of contrast between the sky and the foreground. And what you do with this is you just slide it in, and you can adjust where it falls on the horizon. So if your horizon's low in the sky, you can move it down, you can move it up. That's why these filter systems are so nice, and why I prefer that. You can get screw-in neutral densities. With the screw-in, you have to get one for each size. The filter you have, I have a 67 millimeter front end. My telephoto zoom is a 58, I believe, so I would need 2 sets of filters. Get expensive. And with the graduated filters, it's right in the middle. So if your horizon's not dead center, it really doesn't work. They also have hard edge. The hard edge, I don't have any. You would use that if you have let's say sunrise over the ocean. Your horizon's flat, but I really don't have a need for that. Something that's crucial, you have a camera and you have a good tripod. This is a MeFOTO that I just reviewed. Folds up nice and compact. An absolute must. You can get away with it, but if you're going to use neutral density filters, you want to do some early morning, late night stuff, absolutely have to have a solid tripod. Don't go cheap on a tripod. Something else that I find very useful is I always bring some cord with me. This is paracord. I haven't used it yet, but I take it and I clip it to my backpack. I have a carabiner that is usually on here. I'll clip it to the carabiner and hang it from the backpack. This way, or I'll put it inside. This way, if I need it, then I have it. I have the video I did on the tripod. I actually used some rope and I tied the small tripod with the video camera to a sign because I had nothing to put the small tripod on. So you never know. It can come in useful. Another good thing would be some gaffer's tape. Tripod leg, the clamping mechanism on your tripod breaks. You can use that to secure it. There's a million reasons. So really, that's the basics. And of course, a bag and a backpack. This is the Tamrac Hoodoo backpack. The backpack is nice instead of a shoulder bag because you just throw it on your pack. It doesn't. It's easier to use. So that's basically all you need. Oh, and the only other one other thing you need is a polarizer, circular polarizer for you. It screws in the front of your lens. They have them for the filter systems, which is nice. I don't have one. I'm going to get one. The polarizer is good for darkening the sky. If you have today, it's not that nice. The sky's not that nice. I don't have any clouds. But if I were to have the clouds, I can darken the clouds or saturate the blue in the sky and really make the clouds pop. For that to work with the sky, the sun has to be at 90 degrees to you. So it's got to be right off your shoulder, either shoulder. The effectiveness diminishes after that. If you're shooting into the sun, forget it, it's not going to work. So you have to be careful if you're shooting a panorama because the sun's going to move within the frame. So you may not want to use it for a panorama. It depends. You just experiment. Another thing that's great with the polarizer is that it will reduce or eliminate reflections. So if you're shooting a stream or something, dew on the grass, you use the polarizer and you cut out the reflections. Sometimes you want a little bit, most times, and even when you're shooting with the water, if the water's clear, it's like you're looking right through the water. It's absolutely stunning. It's such a great effect and such a powerful tool, and they really aren't that expensive. You can get them for as little as $10 to, I've seen, I think one of them is like $375. But I wouldn't buy the $10 one. I'd go more middle of the road, 50, 75, 100 if you can afford it. You know, the better. The bottom line is the more, get the best quality that you can afford. Right? If you can afford a $1,000 lens, buy the $1,000 lens. If you can afford the good stuff, but don't let it discourage you. Don't think you have to have a $5,000 camera to shoot a stunning landscape. You don't. Trust me, I don't. And that's basically it. I went into a little bit more detail on my blog. The information's below. If you want to know more about the equipment I got, look below. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Use the subscribe button. Hit that little bell at the bottom and you'll be notified when I get new material uploaded. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked. If you didn't like something, if you have topics you'd like me to cover, let me know. Right? And so there you have it. This is Joe Valencia Photography. Until next time, get out, shoot, enjoy nature. Thanks for stopping by.